Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another product review, this time from Aguei. Now Aguei has this on their Amazon store. This was sent to me, comes in this box. This is a portable power supply, both AC and DC. That's what it looks like here. Some of these specs here. This is a large box, as you can see there. 110,000 milliamps on the battery pack. That's pretty powerful. 400 watts peak. A lot of other information here. Now if you need more time to read those, go ahead and pause the screen. Otherwise we're going to keep going. Here's the back of the box. As you can see there, excellent for portable use, of course. Now according to this here, it's also great for emergencies. I've used these many times, especially a couple of months ago back when we had the huge storms, wind. We didn't have power for quite a while, and these type of battery generators were critical. I do have a Honda generator, but it wasn't that long of a power outage. It wasn't days and days and days, so I was pretty fortunate on that aspect. But damage to my property, extended power outages in my area really made these things here critical. So I can't recommend them more. At least have one handy. Something like this. You don't need to get a big huge one, but I've done other power supplies which I did use. They're a little bit smaller than this, a little bit more compact as well, but in any case try to have one on hand. They do come in very handy, and I was very happy to have had those. So anyways, you've got some other information here about what you can do with it. Kind of gives you some safety here. You've got the overcharge proof, you've got over discharge proof, over current proof, over power proof, and short circuit proof. So you got a lot of protections in this as well. Just another picture on the other side. We'll get to the top here. Now let's go ahead and open it up, see what's in. And right away we've got the user manual. Yeah, front and back. Already went over those specs already with you, telling you about the LCD display. Try not to knock over my camera as I do this. Now we've got two smaller boxes here, which I'm going to take out. Try to make this a little more pleasant to review. And this one's in there pretty good. Take everything out of the box here while we got it without knocking over my camera. This here is doing a little bugger, but we got it. Set the box way out of the way. This is how it comes. Very nice, well padded foam here on the sides. Really a big plus on that, so they did take great care to make sure that you did receive the product without damage or banging it around. As you can see, it comes wrapped in plastic. Let's go back to these boxes here. And here's the power supply here. And I'm assuming the other box is the rest of it here. Okay, there's the rest of it here. Goes in there just like that. Just so you can see the power requirements there. Now my understanding is that this will also use solar power, so you can use solar power either a 60 watt or below. They recommend 60 watt is the max for the best and fastest run times. The nice thing about that, you can use it while you're charging a solar panel. Looks like more cables here. Here's the solar panel cable, and these connections are universal on the solar panel, so don't worry about when you buy a solar panel kit. At least 40 watts and above, they're going to come with this type of connection, so that's nice. And if you do buy a lower powered one, just make sure it has that type, but it's going to take considerably longer to charge, so recommend 60 watt. Here's the car charger, so you can charge it while you're on the road. If you do have an RV, just plug it in there and you're ready to go. Take it out of the plastic here. Alright. Trying to move my cords out of the way here. And that's what the unit looks like right there. Pretty big, as you can see there, large hands, so this is definitely a pretty large unit. Nice carry handle. Does have a little bit of a, almost like a rubber band type of absorber here. It does have some give, so I guess that'll help from jiggling it around, I guess. That does make it a little bit easier to grip, I guess. Now we're going to take a look here at the side. As you can see here, this is a cooling fan. This will come on when the unit is using AC and under draw. Also, when you're using the USBs, this will also may come on to keep the batteries cool, as well as the other electronics that are in there. This here is the charging port here for the solar panel here, and the wall outlet or car charger goes there. That's the back of the unit. Nothing on it here. Would have been nice with this area, maybe put a flat panel LCD light, you know, for a huge flood. And utilize the whole area. But no worries, you do have lights here. More intake holes here for the fan. Suck the cool air through here and cycle it out through the rear. Here are two little flashlights here. Got your AC wall ports here. You get two of them, so you can use a 3-prong item. Just let you know it'll be a floating ground. And that's what that looks like there. So now on here, you have the high output QC charging port. Also have the Type C charging port. Now my understanding, these here will put out up to 60 watts. So that's quite a bit. And these here are just your standard 2.4 amp each here. Push the button here. We'll turn it on. We'll show that in just a moment. Now over on this side is also a DC outlet here. These are 12 volt. You get 4 of them. Now normally you would have like a couple adapters with a cigarette adapter in it. I've got them for my other ones, so you could use them on this. So kind of wish they came with at least one of those. That way you could utilize these, but if not, you can buy them separately. You can get them on Amazon as well. Here, this button here is for AC only, and that will work your side outlets. So now we're going to go ahead and push the button here and try to zoom in a little bit. So now you can see the display showing you here we got full charge. It's showing you here that it's on DC. And as you can see here, the DC light is on. So if you want to turn that off, that goes out. Now it's just showing your battery level. Now we can go to the AC. Now it's in a different area of the LCD screen, showing you there. Now it's on AC, so that's nice. Also the little LED is lit up on the button there as well. So that's a really nice, neat little feature. And now you can press and hold that until it goes off. Same goes for here. Press and hold till that light comes on. Now these ports here are activated and you can use those. Again, the adapters that will go in here, let me bring one of those out from another unit that I had. Now as you can see here, this is what would go in here. Now the thing that this is missing is a cigarette lighter output. Now if there's no activity on the unit itself, there's no draw, it will automatically power down. That's actually pretty nice. Save the battery. No reason for it to stay powered up if you don't have anything to hook up. So that's what that takes. You'll want to use, try to get my camera to focus, you'll want to use that type of plug. So you'll have to purchase this separately. You can do that online. Really easy to find. Now let me turn this back up. Now there is a scratch guard here on the display, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Make it a little bit better to see the display, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Position my camera. Now we're going to go ahead and turn on the port. Now you can see the display. Very clear display. Not overly bright, but clearly you can read it. Even with all these lights on above me, so daytime you can clearly read that. Now if you were to get darker, of course, display is really nice and bright. Again, it shuts off automatically. But now let me grab one of my charging cables, and we're going to attempt to charge my cell phone. Okay, now that I've got my cell phone here handy, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in the unit. We're using the high output charging port here. Mine takes a type C, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and power it on. And my phone just came on here. Try to get a good close-up up there. As you can see there, it's got the dual lightning bolts there on the display. So that is really a nice feature to have. Now if you do have the type C to type C, then of course you can do that as well. Let me zoom back out a little bit more. So that is really nice that you can get a rapid charge out of this unit, both 2 ports at a time. This unit is 400 watts, so that's more than enough power to do most anything with, especially out on the road. If you are camping in emergency, you can run a small appliance on this, which is nice. You want to keep it under the 400 watts. Very nice ABS plastic design. Great for if you bang it up, scratch it. Not going to be any issues there. Display, kind of wish it did have a little more information on how much power you're pulling from it, and also possible run time at that particular draw. That would be nice to have, so you can keep an eye on it. Some of my other ones do have the predictive power draw, let you know how much more time you have before the unit goes dead. But other than that, just a very nice solid build here. Not seeing any issues. Now we're going to go ahead and take this out. Take a look at the flashlight portion here. Click at one time. That is a cool white. That's actually pretty bright. I would say that's probably closer to maybe about 200 lumens, not more. but not much. Now that's probably about 100. Then you have SOS. Then you have a slow strobe, I guess. More of a flashing. Click it one time, turns that off. Bottom of the unit does have some rubber feet on here. Looks like they have some kind of plastic. Not sure if that comes off. Yep, that comes off. Want to make sure that you do that. That way the rubber has a nice non-slip contact with whatever you're setting it on. You don't want this to go sliding off. So that's what that looks like. Nice rubber feet. Nice and grippy on that. So that's what that looks like on the bottom. Now, my understanding, this weighs about 8.5 pounds. So that is on the heavy side compared to some of my other ones, which were about 5.5, 6 pounds. But they're not as powerful as this. Alright, well, let's take this Aguei outside, see how the flashlights do in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness in my backyard with the Aguei power station, portable that is. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. Pretty easy to do with one hand. You see there, my kids' playground. Got a lot of light here. Doing a power grow on my grass here, so gotta mow it. But in any case, this is doing really well. It's got a nice large hotspot here. A little bit of a spill area. That's pretty nice. Some range there. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to the next level. There's the next level, and you still got good light output. So it's about half. Going to give you an idea there. Then, of course, looking down at it. Now we can go ahead and put it down to my side. And of course, you've got the rapid flashing. And as you can see there, you do have a slow strobe. Turn it back on to the highest output. Now this can run for an extreme amount of time. So that's very impressive. Warmer weather here, so hopefully be able to get some stuff done, as well as some other stuff here at the house. Definitely nice to have this portable power station. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration there on those lights on the side. Give you an idea, it does have more than enough light output, especially if you want to carry it with you in a camping ground, walking to the restroom, porta potty, whatever there is a need that you need a light. This is 8.5 pounds or slightly under that, and so probably not ideal to carry for long periods of time, but if you need it for roadside assistance, set it down, aim these lights on your tire or anything else that you're doing. It's definitely going to do well for most applications. As far as the power output, more than enough for just about any situation. As far as the fan, when you do kick on the AC, it doesn't always come on. So if I push here, I want to show you that, it'll come on for just a second and then shut off. I noticed when I was using the little portable battery chargers, I plugged them in. After about 10 minutes, the fan started kicking in. and I had 8 batteries on each charger by Me Boxer on this unit, which I believe is 12 volt at 2 amp each. So after 10 minutes the fan kicked on, put my hand over here, definitely was blowing a little bit warmer or lukewarm air. So in my opinion, fan is efficient, doesn't always come on and stay on, so that's a nice plus. So it's intermittent, easy to use and operate. Now the display is easy to read. It tells you your battery level from 0 to 100%. Really nice, easy to read. Also tells you whether you're using your DC or AC on this unit. Now you can use both at the same time. So press and hold the DC, kind of fans turn on for just a second, and you can see both AC and DC, including this side, so you can run all 3 of them at the same time. So that is a very nice feature. It does have a pure sine wave here next to the AC, so you can use it if you do have a sleep apnea machine and you want to go camping. You don't have to worry about, you know, the dangers of not having or sleeping with it. You've got this. This will be able to run, according to the literature, it'll run 3 to 5 days without using the humidifier or the warming feature on that sleep app machine. So that's pretty nice. Really nice rugged design. I don't see any issues with that. Definitely going to play around with it a little bit more. I used it here. Now this did very nice. I've taken it out with me when I've done my night shots, testing out the lights. Having batteries on the charger plugged into this did really well. Had no issues whatsoever. Left it in my vehicle, did my night shots. Okay, the battery's starting to come down below 50%. I went right back, put another battery in, just taking that one out, and I'm back in business to show more flashlights. I usually test about 6 to 8 flashlights, so I spend usually about an hour and a half out there, and so this did well for me. Now as far as powering up a small appliance, I don't think this will have any issues. Make sure that you use something that's under 400 watts. This here is more than powerful enough to run a small, maybe a small little refrigerator for your vehicle. I have one that's built into my van, but in any case you can buy a portable unit, and those are little like an igloo size. This will run that. Those are usually like 100 watts. This will run that as well with no issues. Really like the orange color here on this, easy to see. So if you are using it for a roadside, definitely will stand out a little bit better. You know, you've got the power, 400 watts right here at the palm of your hands holding it. It's pretty impressive. You would never think, you know, 20 years ago you would have something like this. It was always motor driven. You know, I've got an old Honda, you know, generator, and that's only 1,000 watts, and that thing it is really quiet. This is silent, kind of give or take. Now they do make other units. My understanding is they're going to be coming out with another unit here, so I hope to get that as well, and I'll feature that on my channel if I do. There'll be a much bigger unit here, so really excited to see that one as well. Very nice again. So I want to thank Aguei for sending me this to review. Now if this is something you're interested in getting, I will leave a link in the description area to their Amazon store. They're holding a special sales event, and that will save you up to 50% off of the retail price on this. So that's a huge savings if you're needing a little bit more powerful unit than, say, like you have a unit that's 200 watts, you want to double it. Here you go, you're saving 50% off, and you should be able to get this if you're a Prime member. You're going to be able to get this within 2 days, and you're ready to go. You're ready to go for that weekend getaway, whether you're camping or for your next emergency. Alright, well that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these portable generators to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.